All right, happy Monday to you. Gonna apologize, a little different form than what I'm coming to and used to. Used to do this all the time, but since I got my Surface Pro, doing it a little bit different here. We're gonna talk about building an amortization worksheet, and what is that? It's kind of dealing with the recursive sequences that we've been talking about. These notes are gonna go kind of quick. You're gonna need your Chromebook. You're gonna need to watch a little bit of a video. And this really, I'm telling you, I say this all the time, it's easy. This actually is super easy. Amortizing by hand stings, okay? This is not something you're going to want to do all the time or do a lot, but this just gives you the idea of what happens, okay? Sahara faces interview and just got landed his first full-time job. Unfortunately, his workplace is a 30-minute drive outside of town, and the buses don't run there. So he needs to buy a car. He's found a used car that will meet his needs for $13,500. He has $1,000 for a down payment and will pay the rest in an auto loan. With 3.5% APR and a 3-year term, he calculates his monthly loan payment to be $366.28. Answer the following questions about Sharif's car purchase. So you can see the payment, and they began the amortization here. What is it going on? Well, how much of Sharif's third payment goes towards principal? So how much of his third payment, goes towards principal? Well, if you said $331.75, you would be right. And let me just fix this out here. We'll do this a little bit better since it's talking about two questions. Okay, how much is in interest? Well, if you said $34.53, you'd be correct, okay? So he makes a $366 payment, but $34 of that is just covering the interest, all right? Only $331 actually comes off of the principal. So what percentage of his first payment goes to paying off his principal? Well, the percentage there is 329.82 divided by the total amount of his payment, which is $366.28, and that's going to give you 90.05%. Okay, so only 90% of what he pays actually goes to pay off the loan. What about his third payment? Well, we would do the same process, so it's still going to be $366.28, but we're going to take, instead of $329, we're going to take that $331 and some change, which is 75 cents, and that's going to be 90.57%. So I assume what they're trying to get you to notice is what happens after every payment in this amortization schedule. Again, I'm paying $366 every month, but if you notice, the principal dips, or the principal dips a little bit, but what is happening to the amount of interest? The amount of interest that I'm paying is actually slowly decreasing, and the amount that's going towards the principal is doing the opposite, which is slowly increasing. Why? Because every month that you pay on your loan, you're paying more towards the principal and less in interest, right? So what is the relationship between the payment, interest, and principal in each row? Well, payment equals the principal plus the interest. So if you buy a home loan, you buy an auto loan, your payment should include principal and interest. What would it be easy to tell how much Sharif owes on his loan after 30 months? Why or why not? Well, imagine trying to calculate this out. How are you going to figure this out? Okay? The answer to that question is, without a schedule, or without a table, rather, it's a bit hard. And calculating this out is kind of a pain. It's kind of a little tough to do. Right? So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to use your Chromebook and you're going to watch this little video. And just to show you what the video looks like, you're going to see a little guy here talking. All right, so I want you to pause me and go ahead and watch the video. Hopefully you paused it and you watched it. If you didn't, pause it and watch it. Okay? What two components make up a monthly loan payment? G, interest and principal. What is first paid from your monthly loan payment? The first thing that should get paid is the interest. Okay? So the interest gets paid, and then, like if you make extra payments or extra on a payment, all the rest of that would go towards principal. Complete the next line of the table from the introduction for the fourth loan payment breakdown. Be sure when calculating the interest you use the remaining balance after month 3 and the monthly interest rate, not yearly. So we have a little bit of work to do. So question number 4, what's my payment? Well, that stays the same, $366 and some 28. How am I going to account for my eraser? How am I going to account for my interest here? Why is it not erasing? Come on, erase, erase it, erase it, erase it. There we go. Well, what is my remaining balance from month 3? So RB from month 3 is 11,507 and some change, 65. Okay, so that's my remaining balance for month 3. I'm going to need to know that. What is my monthly rate? My monthly rate is 3.5% or 0.035. Sorry, gotta make that connection. Correction, not connection. 0.035 divided by 12. Okay, I converted the percent to a decimal. Okay, and we divide, so we get 0.0029. That is my monthly, or 0.29%. That's my monthly rate. So now, when I go through and I figure this out, my interest is going to be what? Well, my interest should be my 11,507 times my 0.0029, or I should get 33 and 57. Okay, my principal, 366.28 minus my interest should give me 332 and 71. And then, what is my remaining balance? Well, it's the previous month's balance. We go with that recursive thing. So I should get 11,174 and some change, 94. That's what I should get. Okay? Do you think it's helpful to have an amortization table for your loan? Why? Well, there's a couple of reasons why. Okay? Figuring out by hand. Would really stink. It would take a long time. Okay? Take has an E in it. It would take a long time. And having an amortization or schedule, or doing so, allows you to see what you pay in interest and principal. So it allows you to see what is paid, and I got a spelling error here. Okay, what is paid in principal and interest. So imagine if you ask, like you go out and buy a car, if you ask, hey, can I get an amortization schedule? They should be able to print that schedule out for you. So you can at least see, or if you're buying a car and you haven't signed documents yet, you can say, hey, what's the amortization schedule on this? Can you give me an example of what it would be? So you can look and see, how much are you paying in interest? How long is it gonna take? All right? Now, the next thing the book wants you to do is it says it wants you to learn how to create an amortization spreadsheet. Okay? I'm just gonna tell you, it might not be a bad idea if you want to go watch this. So if you're sitting here in class and you're bored and you got nothing else to do, okay, watch this video. This kind of gets you a little bit creative in how you could do this. I'm not going to have you do this because I don't think most students would actually do this in real life, okay? But if you're interested in finance or how to create an amortization spreadsheet, this video, it's maybe 7 minutes long or so. You could go through and watch that, and it would show you how to do that. Aside from that, that's the notes from today. The big thing I want you to learn is what is an amortization schedule. It includes the payment you make, the interest and the principal, and it gets your remaining balance, and here's where the recursive comes from. Previous balance, we use that previous balance to calculate our interest, and the remaining goes to principal. And then we take and subtract to get the balance, and then we take that previous balance and it cycles over again. All right? Make sure you get your stuff done, get your assignment taken care of, or any other assignments turned in.